back. My name is Briana.
And I'm John.
And we are the Magnate Couple. What?
Today we're going to talk to you a little bit about a property that we wholesale. And what it is it's a wholesale deal that we actually retail. And we talked about a little bit on our deal machine video, but really didn't go into depth. So when you wholesale a property, of course you have the little formulas. You want to go by 70% and subtract that from your property. But the unique thing about being in Alabama, you have an availability to actually put a property on the MLS. So we're going to take you out and show you a property that we acquired and put it on the MLS. And within the very first day we listed the property, we ended up selling the property for a substantial profit by wholesaling the deal. List the property on MLS and access to an abundance of buyers. And what we did until we got the property actually cleaned up, we gave ourselves 5 days, but it was kind of like a coming soon. Once we listed those photos, we had a date which listed it on that. We made sure it hit the day after Thanksgiving. We had the property sold on Wednesday. All right, this is the living area, the living room, great room, in particular this home. The upgrade recently done to the oven here. Needs a replacement on the stove. Cabinetry pretty in good shape. Now, the seller on this home had made an additional area they call the dining room. So he installed these cabinets. But this actually is a bedroom. Hence the closet. So it has a closet, so this is a bedroom. I'll show the rest of the house. Upgraded his vanity and the sink. Brand new, just recently said the shower's probably about a year old. Brand new toilet. The reason he had all these extra here because he was a disabled vet, and being a disabled vet, they'll come in and give him some little accessibility things. They help him move around inside his home. It's another one of the bedrooms here. A little bit bigger closet. We'll talk about an antique TV. That's an older but goodie, right? 2 hallway closets in here. One here, another one here. A storage area. And you also got inside the bathroom, there's also a closet inside there for storage for the towels and stuff. This is the master bedroom, another closet, a little bit bigger bedroom. And also, there's your half bath right there. Again, toilet's updated. Vanity as well, just missing the shower. The great thing about rehabbing a home, and if you sell it to an investor, they'll actually see what the possibilities of the home based on the actual foundation. This is a very foundation sound house, has good bones. The hardwood floor is really in good shape. And on top of that, if you look at the back side of the home, you got enough room to push something out if you want to add maybe another 200 or 300 square foot to the house. On this home, if you have a really good investor pitch that you want to sell to investors, say, hey, look at the backyard and look at the whole foundation, the foundation of the home and the structure. These have really good hardwood floors on them, good bones, good structure. And the backyard has enough room if you need to push the house out another 200 to 300 square foot or 400 square feet to add, make this a master suite. The possibilities there. Jump on in. This is a bonus room here. This is actually an enclosed garage, but it's actually a heated area now, which you make a bonus room. Now, the seller did have a little doggy door in there, but also has access to the back, the garage. I'm going to show you there's an actual carport back there. This was the mud room / laundry room. Everything in the house was within the last 3 to 5 years as far as replacement.
All right, so let's head outside and take a look. Now, right now you see literally nothing in this garage, but before we put it on the market, it had tons and tons of stuff in this garage. I mean, from grills to wheelchairs to anything you could think of, it was here in this garage. Yard space out here. They actually even did a a little garden as well. But one of the great things about this property is the space. And so when we're walking back here, he even built on a shed that you're able to utilize or transform into whatever you think is necessary. So let's see. Watch your step. So this is an extra storage. It actually has lighting and it's air conditioned ready. This is actually a corner lot, so it had a lot more room for on both sides of the house, which is an asset. And a lot of people like corner lots. Here is the unit that John was describing earlier. It's fairly new, as you can tell, and a lot of great potential with this house. So more in detail what John was speaking about inside that master bedroom inside the house, you actually see right here, because of the shed that he built and the seller built in the back of the house, you actually have the opportunity to build in addition to the bathroom or extend the living or space area in the master bedroom. So tons of potential with this house. Just to give you a picture, this is how big the lot is. And as John always loves to highlight, I'm usually the one that does the marketing and setting up everything we need to get the house ready to market. So the top things that we did for this particular property is we had our cleaning crew come in and clean it up. We negotiated certain items to stay in the home as well as to be that the seller could take with them. And we also prepared it for the MLS. If you don't know what the MLS is, it's a multiple listing service. So depending upon your area, your state, your city, they have these generally available to realtors. And what we do is list the property for sale at retail value and put it on the market to sell.
Yeah, the good thing about, again, when you think about wholesaling, we talk about distressed properties. Distressed property, think, oh, it needs a new bathroom, needs a new roof, there's tarp on the roof, siding's tore down, paint's peeling. Not all properties are distressed from that standpoint. You might have a distressed seller, a buyer, a owner of a home that's trying to move. In the case of this seller, that's purchased a land, doesn't want to use a realtor, and say, I need to get out this home. Well, that's remember, creative ways to get out of a house can happen a number of ways. And remember, the number one thing as a real estate investor, you're there to solve problems. And we're able to solve this problem and still get out this home for the seller and create a profit for us, as well as help him net what he needs for his proceed wise on this deal.
And help the buyer, being on the MLS, find the perfect home for them.
Yes. Again, remember one thing to remember when you're trying to wholesale a deal, again, wholesale a property for retail, is number one, if the house can pass an inspection, you can set the house up for conventional FHA or VA loans. But you have to be careful, because if the house can't pass an inspection, which leads to number two, if it won't, sell the house as is. Believe it or not, if you sell the house as is, two things can happen. You can't finance it, but you can either you can wholesale the deal as a traditional wholesale, or you can find a cash buyer. Listen on MLS. There are investors out there who will look for homes on the MLS because they have real estate agents who sift out through the MLS to find them deals. Mm-hmm. If it's a deal to them, they'll buy it. And a lot of out-of-state investors, because they want to get into this market, will overpay for a property where traditional investors in this market won't pay. And also, if you have a buy and hold specialist, the number one thing they look at for a buy and hold investor, they look for properties they'll pay for. If it doesn't need a lot of work to it, they'll pay the money for it because they're looking at what is the return on investment, what is their cap rate, which leads to number three, understand your market. If you understand your market, and also, which leads to number four, if you understand your market in the location, you understand exactly what those homes are bringing based on your knowledge of the market. Certain zip codes, certain areas, whether it's north side of town, or south side of town, or east side of town, or west side of town, in the certain zip codes, if you're aware of it, they're going to net a certain amount, and the demand of that market is going to drive what you can sell that property for. And number 4, understand your investors. What I mean by that is, if your investors are looking for 3.2s or 3.1s, 3.1, you know, you can sell them. If somebody, I'm looking for a 3.2, we got a 1.5 bedroom, and you can sell them. Hey, it's a 3.1.5 that you can actually make a 3.2 and make it a master suite based on this. When you actually market the property, which is her expertise, how she does it is a tremendous breakdown. So if you have buy and hold investors, know what to send them. If you have a flip and a fix and flip investor, you know what to send them. ARV means more to a actual in a flip investor versus a cap rate, which is going to be more to a buy and hold. A traditional buy and hold investor is looking at what the cap rate is. You can find this information on Renometer because they want to understand exactly what the rents are going for in that zip code. Again, that leads to the previous point that I made of understanding what your zip code, your location, and what they're actually bringing in that market. This information is vital when you're trying to market your property to a buy and hold investor. You should not market the same properties to the same people. If you know you have a property that's a fix and flip, market to a fix and flip. If you know you have a buy and hold property, market directly to to actually buy and hold investor.
So in conclusion, it's important to know your buyer, your seller, your investors, and what they're looking for to maximize your profit.
As well as the biggest thing of everything else, understand your market. Come on, man, bring it on.
Whether it's wholesaling,
buy and holds, or fix and flips,
you will be able to maximize your profit if you utilize these steps.
The number one thing to always remember is to
be a student of the game. Until next time, make sure you stop the like on this, subscribe, comment, all of the above. If you have any questions, reach out to us. We're always willing to help. Until next time.
Look us up at the Magnate_Couple
on Instagram.
And the Magnate Couple on YouTube. And what about Magnate Acquisitions on Instagram as well?
If you're looking to do business with us here in the Huntsville area or anywhere in the United States, contact us on Magnate_Acquisitions.
www.magnateacquisitions.com.
CEO of the ROC, ho. Fresh out the frying pan into the fire. I be the music biz.